These are four crazy conspiracy theories and rumors to do with popular music. So, number one is the Paul is dead theory. Now, I think this is the music conspiracy theory that kickstarted all these other crazy music conspiracy theories. So, the rumor goes that famed Beatles bassist and singer Paul McCartney supposedly died in a car crash in 1966 and was replaced by a lookalike by the name of Billy Shears. Now, supposed clues can be found in some of their songs and album artwork, like on the album cover for Sergeant Pepper's, it looks like a funeral service. And on the album cover for Abbey Road, Paul is barefoot. And some of their later songs, because he supposedly died in 1966, basically in their songs from 1967 onwards, not all of them, obviously, but some of them are supposedly have like these hidden messages if you reverse them, giving you like clues about his death. So it is definitely kind of unnerving, and a lot of people still believe this. I'll go on some random Beatles post on Facebook and see something about Paul McCartney, and they'll say he's dead, or that's not the real Paul. So yeah, there's that. Next is the Led Zeppelin Mudshark incident. Now I can't really say a whole ton about this because it's so unhinged and crazy. But I will tell you two things. One is this is rumored to take place at the Edgewater Inn, which is a hotel, I think, somewhere in America, where I believe Led Zeppelin sort of made their mark when it came to partying after gigs. And it was this hotel where you could actually fish from your hotel room because it was over a pier, so it's kind of cool in that respect. And two, this is one of two times where I lost my childhood innocence, finding out about what this theory entailed. I went to one of these bars that had like a computer that you could use. So I used it once, and I watched that Watch Mojo video called the Top 10 channel, and it was the top 10 craziest music conspiracy theories. Some of you might remember that. And when it got to the Led Zeppelin Mudshark incident, I couldn't really understand, what the woman meant, what she was saying in her own language about the incident, if that makes sense. So I got curious and I did some research. And let me tell you, the second that I found out about what this theory entailed, I clicked off all the tabs in a heartbeat and I was just horrified. So I definitely wouldn't recommend looking up this theory because it is gross and, like I said, just so absurd. And all I'll say is the 1960s were a crazy time, and some of the biggest stars really took the piss, if this theory is to be believed. Now, The Wonder Years was a American sitcom that ran from 1988 to 1993, and it was basically about the life of times of this boy and his social life and all this stuff. It was pretty popular back in the day. And this particular rumor states that this kid, who in the show is called Paul, went on to become Antichrist superstar Marilyn Manson. Now, this whole idea started gaining steam like not too long after the show ended, and kind of spread around the internet during that time. And people rumored that the kid from Wonder Years went on to become Antichrist superstar Marilyn Manson just based on their appearance. And the theory kind of falls apart when, shocker, they're actually not the same person. The actor who played Paul at the time was 12 years old, and Marilyn Manson, back in 1988 when the show started, was 19. But in a way, don't have a go at me for saying this, but it is kind of theoretically possible. I mean, because Manson became popular in the mid 90s, and I guess in a way you could chalk up a 12-year-old in 1988 kind of growing up and maybe looking around the same age as he did at the time, but maybe that's just me. This one is an interesting and definitely out there theory, though. Going from one Manson to another, and I never thought I'd fucking say that in a video, but here we go, is the rumor that Charles Manson auditioned for the Monkees. Absurd, I know. So the Monkees was a very popular TV show in the 60s, a short-lived TV series about this fictional band called the Monkees. It's beloved by many boomers, I'm sure, But the rumor states that famed cultist Charles Manson supposedly auditioned when the casting call was brought on for the show. The origin of how this theory grew is unknown, but I reckon Davy Jones, who was I actually forget which role he played in the Monkees, but he said in an interview once that jokingly that Charles Manson actually auditioned. But this rumor is, hey, surprisingly not true. Manson himself was actually incarcerated from 1961 to 1967, and the casting call for the Monkees TV series was going on in 1965. So obviously he couldn't have been there, and he couldn't have been on the show anyways because they were looking for 17 to 21-year-olds, and Manson at the time was 30. This is a very weird theory and definitely something that sounds totally made up. But those are 4 crazy conspiracy theories and rumors to do with popular music. Tell me what you think of the video, comment down below, whatever. Some crazy rumors or theories you've heard that are related to music, and yeah, I'll see you next time.